Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I just want to make a video to help you with understanding the law of assumption. First of all, most importantly, I want you to realize there are no restrictions except the ones that come from your mind. There's a lot of teachers that I see posting content, or so-called teachers, that state things that, put you in a state of lack. There's a lot of stuff on the twin flame, runner, chaser. You got to do this, you got to do that. There's only one law, and it's bigger than our human body, and masculine and feminine energy, and any of those restrictions. The law is whatever you believe to be true is what you're going to see in your reality. That's it. That's the only thing that can restrict you. So your own mind is the only thing that can restrict you. So if you are working on manifesting your person back, manifesting a certain career, job, move, house, relationship with a family member, healing something, a relationship within, having a better, health, body, whatever it is, the only thing you have to focus on is what your desired state is, and you have to be consistent to that, okay? Dedicated. You have to train your brain, your mind. You want it to stay in the desired state. And I've noticed personally with me, when I was working on something with my person, when we were in separation, and I was blocked, we were not speaking, we hadn't seen each other. Like, circumstances do not matter at all. The only restriction or belief that there's a block is within your own mind. And I refuse to believe the 3D. So, my whole situation transformed because I knew that I had the power to change the outcome, the situation, the relationship. And the key point is that I felt something shift in the 3D once I shifted inside, and I became in a state of knowing, and I didn't have to affirm anymore. I didn't have to visualize. Like, I just knew that it was done. I can't explain the feeling, but it became like a lightness. The new belief planted, and no one was going to come and tell me anything different. That's how you know when you change a belief and it becomes a knowing, and maybe a new neural pathway or whatever it is scientifically. But regardless, that energy is solidified in you. It goes out to the person and then it reflects back. So there is, like, some sort of delay. I didn't see much of a delay. I felt my assumption solidify after a few weeks. And then within 2 days of me shifting and feeling that is when it started to reflect back in the 3D, and the rest is history. I can go more into that in another video if you would like, on how to, get your SP to show up differently, to contact you, to unblock you, to express themselves. Like, whatever it is that you desire or you want is available. It just has to be a desire in your mind, and you have to believe that it's possible. Try to stay away from any content that's going to give you doubt, fear, lack. I see these YouTube videos are saying, like, oh, you have to do this, or, you only have this amount of time, or you're going to ruin the relationship. Those are their beliefs. They're not real. Those are their assumptions. They're other human beings. They're not, God coming down and telling you, the universe, like, this is not possible. Don't listen to any restrictions because they're not real. They're just getting projected out from the person. If you want a teacher to help you manifest, pick someone who doesn't have a desperation to try to give you a doubt so they can make money from you. Like, you want to work with someone who's going to encourage you, believe in you, have faith that anything is possible. I would never want to work with someone or spend time with someone or even talk to someone who's going to give me any doubt, fear, lack. Like, none of that is real. We're an unlimited being. Our energy, our frequency is unlimited. Like, we haven't even tapped into the possibility of what we can create here. So, just to recap, law of assumption is whatever you assume, you personally assume to be true about your life, your love life, your money, your specific person, your health, your body. And I think self-concept is also extremely important to have in combination with, because when I was doing like my work, I never was questioning like my value, my worth, how I looked. Oh, do I look good enough? I have a very strict gym schedule. I take care of my body. My health is important to me. I am grateful for the routine that I have, because your mindset is like super important when manifesting. You have to like have a very strong mind to not let the doubt and fear kind of like overtake you. So I always encourage people to have some sort of routine, whether it's athletic or meditation or yoga or walking or gym or something where you're disciplined, you're consistent, you hold yourself accountable, and you know that you have the ability to get up every day and, be consistent with something. Also, another key factor is be aware of who you're speaking to, who you spend your time with, what you're taking in from other people. I recommend not asking anyone for advice unless you're working with a spiritual coach who gets the law, because a lot of people aren't even aware that they're just spewing their own doubts and beliefs to someone else. It's happened to me. I just know not to take in any, human thoughts unless they're like my own and I believe in my own belief systems. But if you do want to have a specific person back in your life and you have been maybe struggling, or you feel that it's taking longer, and you want support and coaching, let me know. I have some packages. Also, wavering and talking about what's happening in the 3D and giving it more energy is also going to delay what you're working on. So just be really aware of your relationship within your own mind, within your own belief system, and pay attention to what you say to yourself. Pay attention to what you think about the other person. Are you thinking positive things about them? Are you thinking positive things about yourself? Whatever we're thinking transmits out. Our thoughts transmit their energy. They go out, they reflect back. If you're thinking this person's an asshole, then they're going to act like an asshole. If you're thinking this person is like so in love with you and they're there for you, they want this committed relationship, and you stick to that, eventually it's going to reflect back. Blaming, victim mentality, any of that stuff, watching negative stuff, stating negative stuff about, the opposite sex or anything like that, it's all blocks. That's not good. Okay? Whatever we think dominantly throughout the day, all day, is what our assumptions are. So hopefully this video helps. And I'll be back with some more content if you want something specific. If you want my story about how I got my SP to conform, let me know. And I'll see you guys soon.